Hey everyone, Kitty Clinical here with another video, and today I want to talk about M&M, also known as morbidity and mortality. Every so often in a hospital you'll get these conferences that you'll have to go to as a resident or a medical student, and one of those is always going to be filled with drama, and that is the Morbidity and Mortality or M&M conference. These are conferences where a patient dies or a patient went through a lot of trouble due to a possible medical error, and we go through the conversation, we go through the discussion of what happened and why the patient died, or why an adverse event happened that led to morbidity. This is a very, very touchy subject because you'll see a lot of doctors get very defensive. You might see a lot of providers being angry. And the best way to go about it is to be impartial. The best thing to do is to listen and be respectful and be professional, because what they usually like to do is they usually like to preface the M&M conference with, hey everyone, this is a teaching moment, this is educational. We're going to be talking about some screw-ups here, but I don't want you to take it personally. They're going to say something along those lines, and I think that we should not just ignore that, because I think that it is important for us to appreciate that we're taking the time to sit down and understand what happened so that it doesn't happen again in the future, right? That's going to be very important for life in general too. Like it's important to reflect on what went wrong so that in the future that thing that went wrong doesn't happen again. Because even though every patient is different, there's still going to be similarities within cases, and if the stars align such that the same mistake happens, then it's going to be like I told you so, right? It's going to be like, fool me once, right? There's actually something called the Swiss cheese model. Has anyone ever heard of the Swiss cheese model? It's basically where you've got the healthcare system as a Swiss cheese. The patient goes through the first barrier, which is the medical student, I guess, and the medical student has holes in it. There's going to be defects in the medical student, and so when the medical student prepares a presentation during rounds, and they forget to mention that this patient has, I don't know, hepatitis C. Well, the resident is the one that catches that mistake and says, oh, medical student, you forgot to mention that this patient has hepatitis C. That'd be good for the attending to know. And then so that hole is getting caught by the resident, and you can see it's kind of like a Swiss cheese, where the Swiss cheese has a lot of holes in it, right? But those holes are covered by even deeper layers. So the resident mentions the hepatitis C, but forgets to mention that the patient is on ribavirin or something. I don't know. Something like that, right? So just keep that in mind. I mean, that we're all trying to do our best. We're trying to do our best part. And when we're talking about root cause analysis and medical error prevention, it's going to be very important for us to be impartial to these mistakes, to try to obviously don't just shrug it off like nothing, but take the time to understand what went wrong so that it doesn't happen again, and try to be educational about it, try to be professional about it. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments down below what your thoughts are on medical errors and M&M conference. Have you ever had a moment in M&M where things went really down south? Let me know. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share this video. I will see you in the next one.